Hello, everyone, and welcome to Coach's Corner. With me right now is head men's basketball coach, Coach George Ivory. Thank you, Coach.
How you doing?
Well, Coach, it was a rough weekend for us. We dropped 2 games. We lost to Grambling on Saturday night, and we lost a tough one at Jackson State. Talk about those 2 games, Coach.
Well, you know, it was 2 games. We really got started slow in, and we cut the lead down a couple times. Then we had some missed shots, missed execution on defense, and Grambling hit 2 big threes going down the stretch to open the lead up. Then we go to Jackson. We started off really slow for some reason. Then all of a sudden we caught fire, got back in the ball game, and took a couple ill-advised shots. But I take my hat off to both teams. They played really well. One thing about the guys, they never quit. They played hard.
Okay, let's talk about the Grambling game a little bit, Coach. That's Grambling's first win over us in 5 seasons. Talk about how they improved in the last couple of years.
Well, Grambling has improved tremendously, and they are one SWAC school that's fully funded. It's not going to be hard for them to catch up quicker than most average schools in the league. But Coach has done a great job over there. Then recruiting is a big thing, and I thought they've done a good job bringing some quality players in, and they got a lot of guys back from last year as well. But like I said, they hadn't beat us in 5 years, and it was a big win for them, and a lot of people getting up for us because we're supposed to have a pretty good basketball team. So we have to fight every night.
Okay. Well, let's take a look at the stat sheet here, Coach. Leading scorer was Trent Steen with 13 points and 6 boards, and he was the only one in double figures for us that night. Behind him was Jacon Lynch with 9. You want to talk about Steen's play? We talk about him week in, week out. What does he mean to this team?
Steen means a lot to the basketball team, and he's a guy that really can score inside, and we got to get him the ball a lot more. Like you look at that stat sheet, he took only 6 shots. We're trying to get him to about 12 to 15 shots a ball game.
Okay. Well, Coach, talk about Jackson State. They jumped out on us early. We were down at one time 19-8. 19-8, Coach, or was it 20-8?
It's about 20-8. They went up pretty big on us, but shots just wasn't falling at the time, and that's what I'm trying to get these young men to realize. You got a player like Steen, you got to ride him to the end. I don't know how many shots he got that game, but he need to get more shots, to keep us in ball games and keep the game at a certain level.
Okay. Well, Coach, you touched on it a little bit earlier. Let's talk a little bit more about it. The slow starts that we've had in our past 6 games. How that affects us going down towards the end of the game?
Well, I think, when you get that slow start like that, you got to use so much energy to get back in the ball game that you might be running on fumes at the end of the ball game. But, we got to fix that slow start. I don't know if we're going to do some adjustment lineups coming up this next couple games to find out why we're having these slow starts.
Okay. Well, we're getting ready to start the second half of conference play. We had 2 great wins here against Alabama State and Alabama A&M, and when we opened conference play here back in the early part of January. Talk about playing them this weekend.
Well, both teams are well coached. You're going on to their home turf, so it should be a very exciting ball game. And the thing that we got to do is make sure we control the little bitty things, not turn the basketball over, rebound the basketball. I think we should be in pretty good shape, but we got to do those 2 things to win.
Okay. What did we do well in those 2 games, Coach?
Well, we shot the ball extremely well those 2 games. We really shot the ball really well. So, that's a key plus to it. But we got to get back defense oriented. We're giving up too many easy layups, not moving our feet. But that's something that we can correct.
Okay. Now let's talk about Alabama A&M. It was another good win for us that night. What did we do well in that game?
Shot the ball really well. We moved well defensively. But the biggest thing, like I say, we just got to keep the little things. Defensively, rebound the basketball got to be a plus, and take care of the basketball.
Now we go to Alabama State on Saturday night, and on Monday night we have Alabama A&M. Talk about how hard it is to play in those 2 arenas, especially at at Alabama A&M. It's a small arena. Your fans are much closer upon you. And Alabama State is a much larger arena, but the fans are still right there on you. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, it's going to be a tough environment. Both places, the fans are right on top of you, like you said. But I just think that, you know, that should make a basketball player want to play basketball. You see that kind of environment, the crowd into the game. You should get into the game as a basketball player and want that challenge.
Okay. Now, all right. Well, Coach, this weekend you got a chance to see your old basketball coach, Coach Lafayette Stribling. How's he doing?
He's doing okay, but he's having some problems. He's having surgery. Matter of fact, today on his heart. Besides that, you know, he's just still being Coach Stribling, a guy that has done a tremendous job for Mississippi Valley State University. So, you know, we hope and wishing him well on the surgery today. I called him tonight and check on him and see how he's doing.
Okay. Well, Coach, let's talk about your days when you played at Mississippi Valley back in the early 80s, the great success you have. Talk about some of the teams that Strib has had over the years.
We've had some outstanding teams. You know, you look at it, 86, we went and played Duke University, who was ranked #1 in the country. I almost beat them in the NCAA tournament. You come back, you got Ohio State. When the tournament played Ohio State, you played Georgetown. So it was a lot of success with Mississippi Valley State basketball. And it all kind of got started with Strib and I, you know, and Coach Kilber was there. But me and Coach Strib got a special bond because we both came in the same time. And the program got turned around right then, and you know, it's been going forward ever since.
Okay. Well, let's talk about some of the legends there in the conference. You're talking about Lafayette Stribling, Mississippi Valley State, David Whitney at Alcorn, Bob Moreland at Texas Southern, Ben Jobs at Southern. Talk about the success those coaches have had, what doors it has opened up for us down the road.
Well, you got Paul Covington at Jackson State.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot about Coach Covington at Jackson State.
Those guys were icons in the SWAC, and you're talking about great basketball teams, especially Alcorn State has been a great program for years. Coach Whitney done an outstanding job there. Coach Moreland won a couple championships at Texas Southern as well. So back then, you know, winning the regular season was great, but the tournament is a big thing, and those guys really done a great job doing that. And you look at those guys in the SWAC back then, it was so competitive. You know, you might end the regular season 8-6 and win the championship, you know, because it was really hard winning on the road. You know, you're lucky to get a split on the road. So I see that coming back again, where the parity is going to be pretty good in the conference now.
Okay. Well, let's take a look at the conference standings here, Coach. Texas Southern is 8-1 and lead the league. Alcorn's in second place at 6-3. You have a 4-way tie for third place between Grambling State, Southern University, Jackson State, Prairie View A&M, all at 5-4. We're in fourth place at 4-5. Alabama State's 3-6, and Mississippi Valley's 3-6 for a fifth place tie. And then sixth place is Alabama A&M at 1-8. We'll talk about the standings a little bit there, Coach.
Well, it's a traffic jam right now. You got a lot of teams right there. This weekend coming up going to separate a little bit more in the standings. And what we're trying to do is get in the top 4. That's our goal right now, is to get in the top 4 where we can get a good seed for the tournament. And as you know, when you get tournament time, anything can happen. And we hope we that thing that happened during the tournament time.
All right. Well, Coach, let me ask you one more question. You know, the game of basketball, you know, and I like use this reference here. If you remember the movie The Natural, Roy Hobbs, when the reporter asked him the question, what it takes to make a great basketball player? I mean, he said, what it takes to make a great baseball player? He said, no, great baseball player got to have a little boy and then got to learn to have fun with the game. Is that the same key here in basketball? Yeah,
you got to have fun in what you're doing. You got to enjoy it. And you know, you got to have a swag about yourself that you're good, you know, and I think that right now we're trying to find that niche. It seems like, you know, some of us have and some of us don't, you know. And like I said, we're going to do some adjustment with the lineup because our bench is giving us so much off the bench. So we're thinking about swapping around and let them get in the game since they're giving us so much energy off the bench. So it's going to be some changes this week.
Okay. Well, Coach, I thank you for joining us.
Thank
Once
you.
again, I enjoyed it every time. All right. That's Golden Lions basketball this weekend at Alabama State. You can listen to it live on 89.7 with Tim Stubbs calling all the action. And on Monday night at Alabama A&M, once again, with our good friend Tim Stubbs calling all the action on Hot 89.7. I'm Ronnie Johnson. We're here with Coach George Ivory. Thank you and have a good day.
Thank you.